Enzo Maresca to Manchester City is a done deal. Rumors that had been speculating from the past season is now confirmed, and that is what you want to hear as a City fan, ladies and gentlemen. Am I happy? Of course, I am very happy because he's a very good manager, a talented one at that, because we have seen what he has done in the short stint he has been doing, or rather, at a senior managerial role. First thing we saw, I mean, if you do not know, he was at least a City for a minute, and he went on to lead them to like promote them back to the Premier League, winning even the EFL Championship. So, that's just a wowzer. That's those are the tales, man. Like just like what Vincent Company did, in the second division of football, cooking and just showing his tactics, showing his level of brilliance. Then he went on to Parma, I believe, also did a good job there, and now went to Chelsea. I mean, came to Manchester City, where he was an assistant coach for the almighty Guardiola, and I believe he learned a lot. I mean, everyone who's come to the school of thought or rather school of philosophy of Pep Guardiola, they have learned a lot. Just look at Vincent Company. To many men who want to do something in football, or rather in being a manager, man, and now going to Chelsea, that is where we really knew, yo, this guy is actually that guy. Imagine in his first season what he actually did, with the players that he had. I mean, the good players, but we know how Chelsea is, with the just buying players left, right, and center, and built a very strong team, led them to the UEFA Conference League, winning them and winning that title, and then going into the FIFA Club World Cup, just dominating and dominating. You will not say, oh, Chelsea were short of like stellar in any way, shape, or form. Then going into the final, meeting the European champions themselves, PSG, and actually battering them, man. And he was in that game. If you watch that game, he was tactically more, or rather, apt than Luis Enrique's team, and they just did a magic and they won that. So just doing that in that short stint goes to show that, yo, this brother has something, man. And I believe from Guardiola grooming him. Yeah, I feel like Guardiola is like, yo, I'm passing on the mantle to you, man, because I feel like maybe going to Chelsea, was like, yo, brother, can you actually, man, I mean, there's an offer can you actually, and Guardiola was like, you know what, go and check it out, let's see if what I taught you actually works. And yo, it worked. And also him applying the philosophy that he wants to ingrain into Manchester City, I think is gonna be it's gonna be very good, man. Because we now have a system, we have a plan, and so Manchester City is a very well run club, and we do things with intentionality. And I feel like those first 3 years are gonna be like, rather this season, let's give him this season first to see how he's gonna manage this team with big names, with egos as well, like just any other big team has egos. And let's see how he can go about the team, how we can like what new thing can he bring. Is he going to use the what Guardiola has already built from last season to actually go on to win the title in his first season? Who knows, man? But he's an exciting manager, just like Indani Iraola did a madness for Bournemouth. I feel like, yo, I mean, he's already, I mean, I think one thing that is gonna also like make him wanna tick and continue like fighting and fighting is like him having control over the dressing room, control over what kind of players he wants, because that is, I think, one of the few factors that led him to actually go from, or rather leave Chelsea, is because of the boardroom not really giving him the necessary tools to to actually go on to the next level. So I am happy that Enzo Maresca is here. He's a very brilliant coach, and we are lucky to have such player, another ball guy for us, and hopefully can stay for many years, because we do not want to be changing managers like other Manchester clubs. We are that team, and we continue cooking, and we are like that. And hopefully he can bring back the Premier League this season. I believe we can. We have the right players to do that. and we just win titles, man, and potentially another Champions League in the coming few years. We can't just be with one, What do you mean PSG has already has two Champions League titles? Like, make it make sense. I am eager to see what new thing is gonna bring into the table. Is it gonna incorporate more young players into the team? Who are just gonna bring a breath of fresh air? How is gonna use Marmoush? Because I feel like Marmoush was fairly underused, man, under Guardiola, man, and like, is he gonna give him more chances? How is Jeremy Doku gonna like be used? He's gonna be given more advanced role, like just being that main attacking outlet. How is Erling Haaland also gonna be used? How is Ryan Cherki gonna be used? How is Phil Foden, the man who's been short of stellar in the past 2 seasons, ladies and gentlemen? So let's wait and see. And shout out to the Manchester City board for bringing such a highly talented manager, a manager that was in Guardiola's school of thought, in school of philosophy, and he knows what is needed to take this club to the next level, because growth, you grow, we continue growing and growing, man. So let's see, man. Welcome, Enzo Maresca, and we are here and we wait to see what you're gonna do. Come on, City. Manchester City is blue. And I'm gonna see you into the next one. And please do tell me in the comments, do you think that Enzo Maresca is a Manchester City fan or just a football fan in general? Is he a coach that is deemed worthy for this job? Do you think he's gonna choke? Tell me, sub, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you guys in the post-match commentary of the round of 32 of England and other teams, man. Peace.